Hello. Okay, so this is going to be a little different. This is not going to be a reading or a tarot reading or anything like that. This is, I'm going to start doing these videos that are different content other than readings, and I've been kind of called and guided to do this, and really this is going to be for my children. These are conversations, topics, and things that I want them to know, conversations I would like to have with them as they get older. They are 4 and 9 right now, so they've got a little ways to go before I have to really have these conversations, but this is stuff that I really do want to put out there. Stuff that I think would be valuable to other people as well, but really my goal here is to kind of get some of this stuff off my mind, off my chest, and put it out there so that more ideas, conversations, topics, and things can kind of come through, and can put those out there as well. So if you do gain some value from this, if you agree with me, if you disagree, please let me know below. Like it, dislike it, comment, whatever. If you have anything to add to this, I would love that. So I think this is about 5 things that I want my children to know as they get older. And I do have my computer here, so I'm going to be looking at that because I kind of wrote some things down in it to that I wanted to start this with. I'm really excited to start this. I'm just gonna add this to a playlist on my channel and kind of have like a resource basically for my children, for myself, for anybody else that thinks this information is valuable. So let's get into it. This is things I want my children to know when they are older. This is just like the top, just a sliver of the iceberg. Okay, this is just the first video. I believe I will be adding tons more. And so the first thing I want my children to know when they are older is the power of their mind, how powerful their mind is, and that the way they speak about themselves and the way they speak to themselves matters so much as to their self-esteem and the way they view themselves and the things they feel that they deserve and they are worthy of. And also the content and the information that they put into their mind is incredibly important to how they are going to show up in the world. Okay, that, you know, putting good information, putting valuable information, putting information that feels good to you, and being able to also decipher like entertainment. I guess like it's okay to watch, you know, some stuff that's kind of for entertainment purposes, but also being able to know that is for entertainment. This is not like for me to mimic. Okay, this is not for me to idolize. And being very mindful of the information that you consume is going to be extremely beneficial for my children as they get older. And because we are in the information age, there is so much information out there that it's overwhelming. And yeah, the power of your mind is learning that, and learning how to use the power of your mind is, I mean, I guess it's something that I'm still learning. And okay, so for the second one, the second thing I would like my children to know as they get older is that you are more powerful than you know. Like, you have so much power in your life and over yourself that life isn't just happening to you. Like, you don't just have to, like, that life isn't just happening. You get to create your life. You get to intentionally create your life. And the things that you put your attention and your energy into are the things that are going to show up for you. For example, if you are focusing on the parts of life that are going wrong, the things that are bad, if you're complaining about everything, if you're focusing on how nothing ever works out for you, more of that is going to show up. Okay, you're going to become more and more consumed by things that are not working out for you. Okay, and on the flip side of that, if you are focusing on the things that you are grateful for, gratitude is absolutely important if you want to have a happy life. Okay, and counting your blessings. Okay, being aware of the good things and focusing your attention and your energy on the good things in life calls in more of that. You're the power of your mind, and you are more powerful than you know. Also, on top of that, the power of gratitude, being grateful for the things that you have now allows space for more of those beautiful things to come into your life. Okay, yeah, if you focus on beautiful things about your life, then more of that will show up. Okay, and the other thing I would like my children to know as they get older is you do not have to subscribe to any certain religion. Okay, you don't have to follow any religion to know God, to have a relationship with God, to be godly. Okay, you don't have to believe anything others say or others believe about God, but the thing that you need to do is get really clear on what you believe about God and having that relationship with God for yourself. You will not find God through others or in a Bible, or in a book, and you must be able to find God in your relationship God through yourself, and getting really clear on what your own beliefs about God, what those are. And this is something I have done recently for myself, and I continue to add more to it, is like what I believe about God. And I think this is really important because we're kind of like pressured to, like, you're not pressured, but it's kind of like we're presented with who God is, and we just have to kind of accept that that's who our God is. And it's like, getting really clear on what you believe about God, what God feels like to you, and how you experience God is very, very important. And also knowing that, like, this is what I believe. I believe that we are made in the image of God. We all have God in us. Like, we can connect with God through ourselves. We don't have to go to church. We don't have to read a Bible. We don't have to do these things. But if that's a part of how we connect with God, if that's part of our relationship with God, then that is beautiful. But that's not you don't have to connect with God. And then one of the other things I want my children to know as they get older is the people that you surround yourself with has an extraordinary impact on your life and who you will become. Okay, you want to be very, very mindful and conscious of the people that you let into your life, the people that that you surround yourself with, because they can make you or they can break you. And we all have to experience letting the wrong people into our life, so we can learn those lessons on our own. But knowing that the people you surround yourself with is going to impact who you are as a person and where you go in life as a person and how you experience life. They can either bring you down or they can bring you up. And being very mindful of the people that you surround yourself with. Okay. And okay, this is another thing I put down is like the people that you surround yourself with, would you want their life? Like, would you want their life? And not to like put them down as a person, but this is just not like a mental check for you to have for yourself, a little data point, like would you want to be in their position? And also questioning, how do you feel when you are with this person, and also how do you feel after you've been with this person, is gonna kind of give you a gauge on, is this a good person to have in my life? Okay, not that like the people in your life have to have like this perfect experience and have their whole life figured out. No, but it is important to be mindful of how you feel when you're with them and how you feel when you've been with them. Like, do you feel drained? Do you feel exhausted? Do you feel defeated? Do you feel like might as well just give up because, you know, everybody's got it so bad? Or what, you know, like how do you feel after you've been with the people that you surround yourself with? I know that for the most part, the people in my life, I'm like vibing high when I'm with them. I love hanging out with them. I love connecting with them. It may not always be that way. You know, like there may be times that we're crying together or somebody's going through a hard time. And it's, you know, but most of the time it feels wonderful to connect with the people that I have in my life. And also, okay, another thing that I want my children to know, I forgot what number we're on, is that there are powers in this world that do not want the best for you or for anybody. In fact, they are trying to control our minds with the media and advertising, as far as the news, as far as social media, as far as any advertisements. They are trying to control and manipulate your mind. And they are also, especially in the media, they try to instill fear in us. They want us to be afraid. They want us to be scared. They want us to feel like we have no power. And because if they can instill fear in us, then they can manipulate us to do things that we wouldn't necessarily do. Let me give an example for the vaccine with COVID. They scared the hell out of all of us, and for good reason. I know a lot of people lost people from COVID. A lot of people did pass away from COVID, but the media very much literally scared us into our homes, and to where we couldn't leave our homes, you know, and then they started pressuring us to get vaccines, and without really knowing what would happen with the rushing out these vaccines, you know. Okay, they are trying to poison our minds with media, and they're trying to poison our bodies with bad chemically made foods like sugar. Okay, they are trying to poison our minds and trying to poison our bodies, because when they do that, we are more easily controlled. Okay, they can control us, and kind of, you know, they can control us, and that's the whole point. When it comes to media and advertising, they want to control the culture of the environment. They want to control the direction that things are going. They want to control our minds. They want to control our perspectives. Okay, you must learn how to live your life in the healthiest way possible, and that is being very, very mindful and conscious of the information that you consume, and also the food that you consume. Okay, we so often mindlessly, I am guilty of this, just consume information, consume content, consume bad foods for us. Like, most of the foods at the grocery store are not good for us. Okay, most of them didn't even come from the earth. You know, it's just made in some factory somewhere, and it is not, our bodies are not meant to process this food for our health. It processes enough, you know, but it is not for our health. It's not for our health. It's a money grab, basically, is all that it is. And also the education system. the education system is another form of control. It is, this goes much deeper and darker than I even have knowledge or awareness of. But I know the education system is not, it's not encouraging us to think for ourselves. It is not encouraging us to really be creative, to kind of create our own lives. It is not teaching us anything about health. It's not teaching us anything about money. It's not teaching us anything about business. It is not teaching us anything but how to fall in line and become an employee. That is all it is teaching us, is how to raise your hand and follow the line. And that's all they are teaching you. They do teach us some good things, like as far as reading and like some basic things, but there is a culture, I guess, around the education system of fall in line, do as I say, like follow, they are trying to train you and raise you in a way to where you just go to work and fall in line. And the education system is designed to make you fall in line and do what you were told. The education system is teaching you how to become an employee and work for money your whole life. The education system is part of the poisoning of your beautiful mind. Although there are benefits, obviously, to schooling, they are not teaching you how to have a fulfilled, happy life. That's what I put. Okay, and also things I would like my children to know. That money is a tool. Money is energy, okay? There is more than enough money for everyone. And I am learning this myself right now, that there is more than enough, that you have to be able to match that energy of money and there's this concept that I'm learning to apply to my life right now, is being really grateful when the money comes in and being really appreciative when the money goes out. Being able to thank the money and be grateful for it when it comes in, and also appreciating and being grateful for it when it goes out, okay? And we all must learn how to make money work for us instead of us working for money, which is exactly what the education system teaches you, is how to work for money. And then they don't teach you anything else. They don't teach you what to do with that money. They don't teach you how to invest that money. They don't teach you how to grow that money. It's simply go to work and work for it and survive. They teach you simply how to survive. That is it. Okay? And okay, the last thing. Is this the last thing? Yes. That I would like my children to know when they get older is the decisions that you make in your teenage years and your 20s will have a direct impact on the life that you will have. Okay, your decisions are yours alone. Okay, they are the most important thing that you can take responsibility for. Your decisions are your decisions, and they come with consequences, good consequences and bad consequences. But whenever you kind of deflect, I guess, your decisions and try to blame other people for your decisions, you are giving your power away. It is your responsibility to make the best decisions you can for yourself. And yes, you will make mistakes, but you get to make another decision. Okay, you're not out of decisions. Your hands are not tied. You get to make another decision, okay? The decisions that you make throughout your life is a direct reflection of the life that you will have. Okay, be wise and mindful of your most important decisions, okay? And your most important decision to me, at least right now, currently in my life, is one is what you're gonna do for a living, like how you're going to provide value to the world, and also who you marry is going to have a huge impact on the rest of your life, okay? And so this is just the beginning of information and ideas and content that I want to put out. I was kind of guided, like, I want to do something else other than readings. And you know, I wanted to get some of this stuff like off my mind, off my chest, so I can have like more room for more information to come in. And so this is just the beginning. So if you did enjoy this, if you agree with this, if you disagree with this, if you have anything to add to this, please let me know below. Please like the video, consider subscribing as well. And I hope I get some comments in the video. I would love that. I guess I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.